15 left.
Those are the kind of points that I think Marta Kostyuk is
15 all.
really going to be focusing on today, just really applying pressure right from the return to find herself inside the baseline. She wants to be the one that's dictating out here.
Serve there. How does Muhova
30-15
that?
I think, especially if you're not serving well, obviously this is probably a little too early to tell. I think Muhova has one of the best serves out there, but if you're not feeling too comfortable and if you feel as though your opponent is attacking your serve way too easily, maybe take a little bit off, and you just want to make sure that you're choosing your spots very well so you're not in defense position right from the start.
Out.
30 all.
And I think Muhova is one of those players who
40.
likes to find herself at net, is very successful when she does come to net. It was 82% coming forward against Linda Noskova in that previous match, 23 out of 28 attempts. To see that. That's wonderful serve and volley there. Great reaction there by Muhova to just make that extra ball and apply that pressure to Kostyuk to come up with an extraordinary pass there.
Advantage, Muhova.
Goal.
You also have to think about just the level of expectation for both these players. Muhova probably the favorite of this match. Kostyuk playing a little bit with just nothing to lose, making this first time at fourth round here at the US Open. There's lots of nerves, even though this is the fourth match of either one's tournament. I think there's a lot on the line as well.
Goal.
Advantage Kostyuk.
And our first game is giving you, I think, a very clear glimpse of what this match is going to be like. Set back for a while.
Ball.
Deuce.
I'm actually a really big fan of that shot, just going deep down the middle, especially when a long game like this. You don't want to give up that early break, and if you're not feeling it right off the bat, you just have to make sure you're neutralizing your opponent. Just go deep middle. It's a great neutralizer. Doesn't give him an angle to work with.
Advantage Muhova.
Ball.
Game Muhova.
Muhova finally gets that
First
hand
game.
in on the game point. So a good 16 here.
Marta Kostyuk.
As a
To
frame,
serve.
use the fact that in the last two majors, she lost in the first round to qualifiers.
Ball.
To that point, Ted, though, I actually find that playing
Love 15.
qualifiers is one of the toughest things, especially if you're a seeded player. You have that expectation and pressure that you should,
Yes.
quote unquote, win this match. But they've already got 3 matches under their belt, and so I've always found that super tough.
15 all.
Ball. Ball.
15-30.
Out.
30 all.
She missed that one, but I actually like to see the change
30-40.
Already another break point. I think Muhova, she's just got a game that can be quite uncomfortable to play against. You don't really feel as though she gives you much rhythm. She just has a lot of different shots and spins and chips.
Muhova saved 2.
Muhova leads 2 games
Game
to
and
love.
cashes in.
First set.
We often are surprised, but I was really surprised these two haven't played. They've both been around a while now and both been near the top of the WTA.
I agree with you, Ted. And we saw that Muhova in her previous match, she played against Linda Noskova. They actually were doubles partners at the Paris Olympics, and they'd never played before either. You just feel as though Muhova, she's got to be able to really use that confidence and experience from making the semifinals 2 years in a row. And so I feel as though she's one of those players, she doesn't really let the moment get the best of her. She's able to just go out there and play, and she's just struggled so much with different injuries throughout the years. And it's wonderful to see kind of it just continue to come back together for her.
Out.
30 love.
But Kostyuk, I just feel as though she's got so much firepower that sometimes it can be difficult, especially for her coach Sandra Sinieska, to kind of hone in and bottle that power up and just make her more consistent.
Ball.
There's 6 errors already for Kostyuk, and that on an 80-mile-an-hour serve.
You just feel as though Marta Kostyuk's games can be fairly streaky, and there's Muhova's team. Baclan Safranek, former player himself.
That was where to serve. Left hand to the bill of the cap.
Ball.
All right, Muhova survived.
Just from that continuous load on that back foot, especially off the backhand side, and she has played significantly more than Kostyuk. Nice good athleticism there by Marta Kostyuk, being able to read the moment that racket face went up. She was able to aggressively use her footwork. Very important when you're going back for an overhead. But to your point, Ted, she's been on the court for over 7 hours already with those 3 matches. Kostyuk catching up at 6 hours and 34 minutes. So quite a lot of time for both players on these courts. A wonderful play there. Just once again, great recognition there. After the return, the intention was to come forward. Look where she's standing, inside the baseline. Very quick to go back behind Kostyuk. Love that play.
And a reminder, Kostyuk herself
30-15.
retired in Cincinnati Supposed to play Swiatek and retired with a wrist to be sure she would be okay for the Open.
It's good to see that there's no tape on
Yep.
that wrist right now.
Fault.
Just really feel as though Karolina Muchova
30
is
all.
just really enjoying her time here in New York City. She loves to play in New York. She talked about loving the city, the people, the energy, everything about it. Actually went to a Lady Gaga concert just last week. Her birthday was August 21st. That's a nice little
That's right.
birthday gift.
Fault.
I
30.
liked the intention. The
40.
execution was the only part that didn't go to plan, but I love that play. The moment that you see your opponent have that racket face up on either end, both forehand and backhand, you just have to have that intention and recognition that it's going to be a short ball, and you just have to make sure that ball doesn't get below the level of the net to put away that volley.
Yeah, Kostyuk. Both these players top 10 on the WTA Tour in saving break points. Kostyuk needs it right here.
Deuce.
Injected a little bit more power with that grunt there, Ted. She's not shy to show her emotion on the court. Great job there by Kostyuk. I don't think Muhova
Advantage Kostyuk.
intended for that drop shot to be that far away from the net. Just a good job. I loved her approach. She didn't go for the line. She just still gave herself a ton of margin on that approach shot.
Deuce.
She had the play,
Advantage
Ted. I
Kostyuk.
love that aggressiveness that she has to her game, that willingness to come forward and just apply pressure. Just maybe went for a little bit too much, but I feel as though that's what you have to do, especially to someone that's so quick like Kostyuk.
Fault.
Game, Kostyuk.
Kostyuk.
Muhova
Survives
leads
that game.
3 games to 1.
First.
First set.
USOpen.org continues to provide all the point-by-point live scoring, and you can follow US Open, hashtag US Open as the way to jump in on any of the socials.
Coming in every game. Yeah.
I think one of the implementations USTA has now allowed for people to actually walk inside the stadium and the stands to get to their seats, even in between points.
Even games, yeah.
Right.
And it's been more of a factor on the grandstand.
Out. 15 left.
Ball.
Definitely much more decisive there. Kostyuk just does such a good job of really giving herself so much space to get around that forehand. Once again, just great margin there. Didn't have to go for the line, gave herself a ton of spin off that.
Ball.
That's a wonderful pickup there by Kostyuk. You just felt as though Muhova maybe just didn't do enough with that volley, and that's all it took. Tried to give the fans what they wanted, but just not enough there. That's great athleticism. Muhova just doing such a great job with using that forehand.
30 all.
Yeah, I think Kostyuk saying she actually had to hit 2 lines there, which is, those are the kind of points that Muhova's winning right now. She's having to hit lines, but just great job there, loading on that back leg. Very strong on that overhead.
Out. 40-30.
Ball.
There's just the talent of
Muhova leads
Muhova.
4-1. First set.
And then court again has started in the manner we suspect. It'll be very deliberate. Probably going to have a lot of long games. How much first strike tennis do you think we'll see?
I think we're seeing a lot already, especially from Kostyuk, because I think she's kind of forcing the issue, but that's also causing a lot of errors. And so finding that balance, that's the biggest key for her.
Fault.
All.
I actually think it's a wonderful implementation that's happened in the last few years, that ability to be able to speak to your coach. There's Coach Sandra Zanieska, that's Marta Kostyuk's coach. Back when I was playing, you'd get a violation if the umpire noticed it. Keyword noticed, because everyone was doing it.
Yes.
Out.
30-15.
Turned a blind eye to it. I mean, I'm going back a few years now as proof of the name, but Muhova was playing in the U.S. Open Series, and her coach was sitting in the box and just doing the third base coach thing on every point, telling her where to serve. And we were watching on a camera. It was a joke how obvious it was, and no one did anything about it.
Wow.
Until the next tournament. They made him sit up a few rows up, couldn't sit right on the court.
So a bit unlucky there, Kostyuk. You see it time and time again, especially when you are trying to come forward and you want to get height on the ball. The body can sometimes come up, but it's so important. You have to stay down and not let that head or the rest of the body go up. You have to just maintain that balance and stay down. And I love the intention here by Muhova, but just felt as though she had to do more with that volley. You see that your opponent was already there. You go right back behind. You have to have a little bit more slice and cut on that to really make an impact.
Dirty. I like that. Is that your word?
That's my favorite word in tennis, yes.
All right, so still an early break is the difference for Muhova.
First set.
Singles matches again being played on both of the big stadium courts at the same time. So this match of equal importance, but not as much of an audience.
They're starting to come in more and more.
Fault.
15 all.
Good stuff.
I love to see that, the team telling her, even though she did miss that approach down the line, still telling her, hey, great stuff, keep going at it. Just because you don't execute correctly doesn't mean you didn't do the right thing.
Ball.
And there is one of my
30-15.
pet peeves, Ted, that second serve return miss. You just feel as though you have to make your opponent play, especially it's 2-4, it's 15 all. You want to get to 30 first. That's what Coach Tom Gullickson used to always tell me. You want to get to 30 first in a game.
That's interesting. So I would suspect with so much
40,
emphasis on last
15.
point, there would have been some on first point. To 15 love rather than love 15. I've not heard the 30 before.
I think there's a definitely a different feel when you're down love 30 and you're serving. You just have that pressure to not get to love 40. It's very significant, 15-30 or love 40.
Ball.
Game, Muhova. New balls, please.
All right, Muhova.
Muhova lead.
One break here that Kostyuk has not been able to come back from. But given what we've seen already in this open, Aryna, one break is not
15
insurmountable.
love.
And I think we actually talked about this the other day, Ted. 2-5, 5-2 is one of the
Yeah.
most dangerous scores, I think, in tennis, because if you're Marta Kostyuk, you're just going to free up your shots a little bit more, maybe go for some shots that you hadn't before, especially you're like, okay, I'm down 2-5, let's go. And then if you're Muhova, you feel as though you want to just
30 love.
keep separating yourself. You want to finish off the set. And so this is one of, I think, the scariest game score. But then I talked to my other friends and they're like, every game is scary.
Scar tissue comes from
40
history,
love.
I mean, obviously, right? If you're
Yes.
Clara Towson the first day, you're not going to feel good at 5-1 anymore.
That's right.
Well, you'd still rather be 5-1 than 1-5, but
Absolutely.
here, Kostyuk.
Ball.
Hoping for this quick finish and put the onus on Muhova to serve it out. All right, nice clean finish there. So
Muhova leads
point
5
to make
games
here.
to 3.
Kostyuk been
First
broken
set.
once in this set. Each player's now been broken 10 times, these two players. They've each drop serve 10 times in this open so far. So you have to have that in your mind, don't you?
Absolutely.
The returner, I can do this.
Absolutely. And I think another thing to note, if you're Marta Kostyuk, keep drop shotting.
Muhova is a very deliberate
15
server,
love.
and she's really pushing the limits here on the serve clock.
I would too. Take it to the very end. Unless there's a time violation. keep utilizing it as much time as you possibly can. I've even seen some players deliberately toss incorrectly so they could get a few more seconds.
Talked about this.
15 all.
I can't remember if I was with you earlier in the Open about the balk. It's the baseball ball. It's definitely done intentionally, right? It's the
That wasn't with me.
it's
but
a pitch. It's a pitcher balking in baseball. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
You could balk.
Yeah.
How many balks would you allow a server?
I would probably say 2. Once again, just wonderful changeup there by Muhova. She's
30-15.
got that ability on that forehand side. It's a little bit more of a flatter shot, but she does a really good job using that continental grip to get a lot of shape as well. And it wasn't the best drop shot either, but just great job to cause the error.
Thirty all.
I think she was letting a little bit of the nerves out, Ted.
Kostyuk, yeah.
40-30.
So, set point coming. It's the one she thought she had.
That's incredible flexibility, though, right there, watching that.
Ball.
That's incredible wheels there by Marta Kostyuk. I just feel as though Muhova would have won that
Yes.
point with probably 75% of the tour, but Kostyuk just so athletic. Great execution there.
This last ball, she puts it away. That had the look of an out ball, didn't it?
Yes, it was 100% going out, but my coach always told me, if you're not sure, just hit it.
Yeah. Oh, tough there for Kostyuk. Previous point, you saw it got some people up on their feet. That was by far the best point so far. Now the second set point for Muhova.
Ball.
A reset by Muhova, and Kostyuk wastes it.
Deuce.
She has that insane athletic ability to be able to slide on these hard courts, but just wonderful recognition to just come forward. You see the moment that ball is up. That intention is what makes her so dangerous to play against. Muhova has gone slice serve to the forehand on both deuce points so far. Where's she gonna go? That was gonna be forehand again. It's definitely the side that they're picking on. It's a wonderful job there by Kostyuk, just kind of waiting and baiting Muhova to give away where she was gonna go. Wonderful return right at the body of Muhova. Job there. Just that's a perfect point to just showcase what Muhova has to do to win a point against Marta Kostyuk. There you saw Priscilla Hahn also had a great US Open run cheering on Karolina Muchova. It's nice to have some good friends on the tour, especially when you're competing against each other week in, week out.
Advantage, Muhova.
All right. What do you think the serve's going to be?
I think she's going to slide it down the tee. Maybe take a little bit off.
Good serve prognosticator. Very good, Aryna.
I like my odds.
This seems to be a Muhova staple, though. She's
had chances.
She has to work for the last point, the last game. 3 set points saved by Kostyuk.
Change up there. She just flattened it out a little bit. 104 mile an hour down the tee. But my favorite thing about that serve was just that intention. She was probably 1 to 2 feet inside the baseline after she hit that. See where Marta Kostyuk's return position is right now. Applying pressure on the second serve.
Missed second serve return.
6 games to 3.
Did you see the exhale there for Muhova?
Rightfully so.
Yes. So Karolina Muchova takes the first 6-3. Neither player chose to leave there, so here we go with Kostyuk serving to start the second.
$15 love.
Mentioned at the outset, Aryna, about how Muchova went through the issue with a former partner of hers that was here in an earlier round. Kostyuk, it's now 3.5 years, as well as her fellow players from
30
Ukraine
love.
have lived with wondering daily about their families. Kostyuk says that to this as recently as earlier this year, the last time she's been speaking about it, that still does not acknowledge players from Russia and worries that her family's safety is a concern every day. She did at the Italian Open this year at Foro Italico. After a match, Kostyuk did shake hands with Daria Kazatkina, who of course has switched her country representation to Australia and has been very vocal opponent of Russia's invasion. Kostyuk made a point to shake her hand and said that was someone I admire.
Wow.
Oh.
Daria Kazatkina actually mentioned that
40-15.
she recently did get engaged to a longtime girlfriend of hers, and she felt as though she could live her life in Australia more freely.
Oh.
First game, second set.
You mentioned, Ted, the struggles
Love
that
15.
Marta Kostyuk's living just on a daily basis. But one thing that she has mentioned that's helped her a lot is traveling with her husband, George Kizimenko. Got married in 2023. They had reconnected after, I think, 18 years apart. They used to actually train in the same club. They knew each other when she was 4, he was 9.
Love at first sight. At 4.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It might have been, but neither of them might have known it.
Yeah, exactly.
But he actually went to the U.S. To study, and then he came back and asked her on a date, and then 5 months later, he proposed. And got married in a very sweet ceremony in Cyprus.
That's the point, because they couldn't get married at home.
Right. A couple of players, Lesia Sharenka and then Gabriela Rus, her doubles partner, actually attended it.
Oh.
But they got married in November, which is usually when you see a lot of players get married. That's at the end of the season. We see how long the tennis season is. I mean, there's really not a lot of time to go and plan a wedding, because you're already thinking about preseason and training, and also recovering as well.
Oh.
And I think you said it, Ted. We knew that this was going to be a battle, especially after these past couple of points. The momentum has definitely shifted. You just feel as though Kostyuk is just leveled up her game just a little bit.
I suspect, I mean, I'm expecting a third set, just not sure how we're going to get there. See if Kostyuk gets the lead right here. Ooh, it's her 4th chance.
30-40.
And one more here.
I don't know if you remember this, Ted, but Marta Kostyuk, back in the day, in the beginning of her professional career, she used to do backflips on the court after she'd win. I witnessed it. It was wild to see. And then I think her coach at the time said, okay, that's enough now. We don't need an injury.
Wow, nice point. And Muhova does not blink.
Dude.
Yeah, she does just such a good job with just moving the ball around really well with different spins and different speed. And look at here, just holding on to the ball as long as she possibly can on that racket.
Advantage Muhova. Game, Muhova.
Wow, that's a sting for Kostyuk. She's
One game
now
all,
5 break
second
points,
set.
and she's 0 for.
I just feel like that was an opportunity.
Yes,
missed, Ted.
would have been a momentum grab.
Marta
15
Kostyuk
more.
hasn't just become a force on the tennis tour. She's also become a bit of a fashion icon, Ted. She recently, it's been a few years now, she's signed with Wilson, but the designer of Wilson, Wilson's designer that actually has designed all the kits that she
30
wears
left.
on the court, designed her wedding dress.
Whoa.
Which is not something you see every day,
No.
but that they just have a really wonderful partnership, that relationship, to where if you're designing all my kits on court, why not also design my wedding dress? And the designer's like, are you sure she understands that I design tennis dresses, not wedding dresses? But it's really cool to see that story on how that unfolded.
40
Definitely
love.
made her mark as a fashion icon. And there you see Sandra Semieska alongside Marta's husband, George Kizimenko.
Game, Kostyuk.
Well, Kostyuk shakes off disappointment of not breaking.
Kostyuk
Does it
leads
nicely.
2-1, second
Holds for
set.
2-1
First set.
early in the second. You see 6.5 plus.
$15 love.
And if you're Kostyuk right now, you want to make your opponent play. You really want to test the movement, especially if you see that your opponent got work done on the hips, on the back. You just want to continue attacking the movement, move your opponent around. Great job there by Kostyuk, just standing a couple of feet inside the baseline and just had great contact point there. Two forehand winners there in that first set.
30.
We saw a lot of errors coming from the forehand on the Kostyuk side, so it's great to see. You wonder whether or not it was a little bit of the coaching, just talking with your coach a little bit. Hey, maybe get your contact point out and forward, out in front a little bit more, and make sure you get that extension off the forehand.
Out. 30 all.
One of these times, Kostyuk's going to cash in. This is her 6th break point of the match. There it is. 3rd game where she's had a look.
Kostyuk leads 3 games to 1.
Finally, Kostyuk
Second set.
Breaks through.
We see it time and time again, Ted, just how quickly that momentum can shift.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp, all of the socials. You can join the conversation with hashtag US Open.
Love 15.
That's a lot of high, heavy spin coming from the Muhova forehand. Got to 31st. The pressure is on Kostyuk. She wants to be able to consolidate that break and just continue carrying on in this second set. Never shy to show emotion,
No.
Marta Kostyuk. point there by Muhova and Kostyuk. Great pickup there, but I'd love to see that Muhova, she saw that Kostyuk was going to hit a high, heavy forehand to her backhand. Just took time away, just took it a little bit early, didn't do much with the redirect.
It's been a bad game for Kostyuk to lose her first serve. Muhova took advantage. I mean, that's Kostyuk looks so hard to break and then doesn't get a first serve going.
First set, Muhova.
And we're back on serve. You don't think tennis is frustrating? How about those 2 games Kostyuk just played?
Out. 15 left.
You never really know what kind of things can alter your concentration as well. That medical timeout, it may seem, okay, that's very routine, especially nowadays, later on rounds. You're bound to see it, but maybe talking with the coach was a little bit too much. You just never know. There you see trainer Quinn just waiting to see in that next changeover whether Muhova, you see those grimaces, starting to see him more and more as this match goes on. That's great redirect there by Muhova. Did a really good job just taking that forehand very out in front. Great contact point. It's great balance too. That's the biggest thing. Love the intention coming forward after the ball was hit. That's one of my favorite approach shots, Ted. And the reason why is because when you're coming in with a slice, it just stays low. And it was interesting to see Kostyuk actually wanted to slice back. I don't think that that was the right play, especially if you see someone coming forward. You don't want to slice back when they're coming forward.
Slice off a ball that low.
Exactly. And so I would have understood it more if it was going to be a chip lob. That would have been more effective. There's much better attention there on that forehand, that ball staying low. Little nuances of the game. You just feel as though, I feel as though whoever wins this game is going to win the match.
this could be the Aryna Falcone axiom, the all-important 6th game of the 2nd set.
I think just from playing myself, I was on tour for 13 years. There's just different moments in a match where you just, something shifts and you just, it's such a feel sport in general.
I think that's so well said right there. That's why I've never
Advantage
enjoyed the total
Muhova.
points won stat, because it equates everything. And in this sport, we all know
Right.
there are certain points that are 10x the weight.
Exactly right. And you see it time and time again when the person that actually loses the match has more points than the person that won the match. But look at those numbers right there. Just lots of points won from both players coming forward.
Muhova acknowledged.
The deuce.
Return winners 4 for Kostyuk, and I think that has a lot to do with how much doubles Kostyuk is playing right now. She's in the round of 16 with Gabriela Rus. First Ukrainian woman to reach the round of 16 in both singles and doubles in the slam.
Advantage Muhova.
Ted, I say this quite a bit, that everybody hits the ball exceptionally well at this level. And I think you really can separate yourself. This top 10, they know how to transition and get to point. And those are the ones that are making the moves and winning the slams.
Deuce.
Just feel as though Muhova is not really moving as well as she was in that first set.
Wow, that's her first.
Advantage Muhova.
Yeah, that was an ace. Her first ace. Can she win without the movement? Without her best movement?
To be honest, Ted, I don't think that she moved all that great against Linda Noskova in her previous round. I think she's just such a fierce competitor. I think she'd admit it too, that movement's probably the lowest in terms of
For serve.
in terms of all the things that she can do. I think the movement is one thing that she could probably work on. That also speaks to volumes of just all the injuries that she's had. It can really affect your body as well.
Deuce.
Long fight here to hold her serve. After the players traded breaks in the last pair of games.
Just feel as though
Advantage,
neither
Muhova.
player can really find rhythm right now, but credit to Muhova doing a good job flattening out her serve a couple times, going out wide and sliding it, taking a little bit off. She's pitching and choosing her spots really well right now on the first serve.
Fold.
fallen into
game's
your
all.
category of competitive.
Second set.
Competing.
Yes.
That was how she won that one.
That was almost 10 minutes long. It's so tough, though, Ted. This is the part where also, it's the longer this match goes, I worry
Seats
about
quickly, please. Thank you, ladies and
Muhova's
gentlemen.
health.
Yeah.
I want to know how her back is feeling. We'll never know that, but
First available seat, please. Players are waiting.
I can't imagine that getting better as the match progresses.
And the even game admission, especially
Ball.
still the right thing to do, especially after the length of that service game for Muhova.
This is actually what I'd like to see more
15 love.
from Kostyuk, is maybe hit a couple more angles, continuing to attack the movement of Muhova, especially the drop shot was working really well. Just continue going after it. Put the movement in jeopardy.
$15 all.
Ball.
$15.30.
Do you just feel as though Kostyuk has just gotten a tiny bit flat?
Yeah.
I think once again, it's just those kind of teeny moments that if you've watched a lot of tennis before, you'll notice.
Just from after the break for 3-1, she just can't put a first serve in.
Absolutely.
In this set,
15-40.
this is the fourth game Kostyuk has served. She has put 4 out of 17 first serves in.
Those numbers are not going to cut it, especially against someone like Muhova. Just look at this absolute conviction on that backhand down the line. One of the hardest shots in tennis, especially in the highest part of the net. So
30-40.
once again, just keep hitting the drop shots. Could actually hear the strain from Muhova as she was running towards this.
Ball.
It's a bit more like it there by Marta Kostyuk, and you can see
Dude.
that fist pump stayed there for a while after she hit this, just looking at her coach.
Advantage. Kostyuk. Game Kostyuk.
That is a
New
nice
ball,
release of fire you'd expect to see. 15.
For Marta Kostyuk.
Love 15.
Just feel as though the energy level has dipped just a little bit from Karolina Muchova. She was up 40-15 in that previous game. And Kostyuk was serving, and the movement has just dramatically decreased. The mobility and just that easiness of movement has become quite difficult here for the Czech. Visibly upset there. Sometimes it's so hard when you have so many options. You get a short ball and you just feel as though there's so many things that you can do, but as a player, you just have to go for that first instinct. Trust it.
Fifteen 30.
This is going to be the interesting part, Ted, because you just feel as though the movement has decreased a little bit from Muhova, and I just feel as though she's going to start going for her shots a little bit more.
So is it decreased enough that she just has to swing for it?
Yes. We already know that their average rally length between these two is only 4. And so how much impact can you make within 4 shots?
Not much of a difference in this match to this point
40.
in the length of points. Far more short points, but I'm saying the number's fairly even. It's +2 from Muhova in the short points.
Let's see if she decides to do a little serve and volley action here. She hasn't done that in a little bit. That's an incredible serve. Be down break point, come up with an 88-mile-an-hour T serve. Got away from Kostyuk's forehand, but just wonderful recognition and speed from Muhova to hit that swing volley. It was a serve and volley by default. bit of luck there, just guessing right.
Advantage,
Kostyuk.
Muhova.
Inside in forehand there. It's just a lot of experience and a lot of tennis being played, but recognizing Kostyuk's position, she's going to close the net and just didn't have to do much with the lob, but it was just enough to be out of reach.
Game, Muhova. 4 games all. Second set.
Well, that's good effort. It's 4-all, so of course Muhova can win the match in the next 15 minutes. How'd that feel? But is that edge in the short points just, I mean, that slight edge, is that significant?
This is where I think if Kostyuk is looking at the tablet right now and her coach is looking at the tablet right now, wouldn't you say, hey, elongate the point?
Yes.
Make it so much longer. You're winning the points when they're 9+ shots. She's won 9 of 9. Excuse me, she's won 9.
They're even, yeah.
Yeah.
In the long
15
points. I
love.
said there's really no difference in the length of point. No significant difference in this match.
I just think that from
But going forward,
yes, and if you see that your opponent is struggling with her movement, make it long. Kostyuk's doing a really good job, just a couple of serve +1 points. That's where she's also very effective. She finds herself like 10 feet inside the baseline. She can dictate, especially with that forehand. She's hit 8 backhand winners so far. All when she's inside the baseline. She wants to find herself inside the blue as much as possible.
Love. Game, Kostyuk.
it's been impressive that Kostyuk has only dropped her serve twice.
Kostyuk leads
She has
5 games
had
to 4.
a
Second
very
set.
low first. Obviously, this is the first time they played each other. When they play in general,
Right.
things take a while.
Take their time.
I keep coming back to here we are in this match. Kostyuk's held her
15
serve
love.
4 times in this set, serving 36%.
Those are crazy numbers. But when she does get that first serve in, she's 9 for 9. Going to be an interesting part here by
15 all.
Muhova. Just she really wants to make an impact when she's in this position in the set. Average rally length is 4 shots. She's not feeling her greatest with her health, and so she's going to try and do something special within those 4 shots. But that can also cause a lot of errors, so it's going to be interesting to see if she can find that balance.
(30-15). 40-15.
Have to give credit to Muhova, Ted, because a few games ago it looked as though Kostyuk was going to run away with it, and then Muhova at one point looked like she was going to run away with it, and so I have to give credit to her. She may not be feeling her best, but she is sure as fighting and keeping the game close.
(40-30).
Ball.
Game. Muhova.
Kostyuk, she
5 games all.
I sensed that she
Second
felt that
set.
could have been her game. Close the set. Instead, it's 5-all.
Once again, how quickly it can it can shift, and also those feelings that you get, that I get, that looks very different each point.
Ball.
Love 15. (15 all).
If I'm Muhova right now, moving around, giving her a different look, especially if you double faulted 2 points ago on this side.
Ball.
15-30.
Five of those doubles in the second set. Very cautious moment for Kostyuk.
Got a bit
30
lucky
all.
there. It can be difficult to return as well when the server is serving particularly well off one side, and that's 2 doubles this game just on the deuce side. Once again, if you're Muhova, you are all over the serve right now. Make her play. Or do that.
Oh, that exactly.
40-30.
Third ace. That was sweet. An occasional first serve is all Kostyuk has
Just lead
right
6
now.
games to 5.
And she's
Second
holding
set.
lower back during this match. Can she get through here? A hold and a tiebreak and win it, or does Kostyuk push this the distance?
Ball.
15 love.
You see there Marta Kostyuk looking at her coach saying, I'm just missing off by a little bit. That's there's Sandra Sanieska, former player herself. Played a lot of doubles back in her day.
And a good coaching track record. Sanieska had a
15 all.
run with Petra Martic. Got her to 14 in the world.
That's right. I think you're seeing it more and more about just finding someone. You're seeing players find someone that they're just comfortable with. There's a lot of weeks on the road where you're alone. And to have a coach that you can relate to, not just from the female
30-15.
side, but also as a former player. Marta Kostyuk spoke about it in a feature ESPN did about just how comfortable they are with each other. They just get each other, know when to push, when to kind of hold back, and that's that fine balance of being a coach. And you don't want to guide your player and hold their hand the whole time, but it's great just having someone that you can rely on. Love to see it there by Muhova. Just so tricky.
All right, that's two dirties. Muhova has elicited from Aryna today.
That's just great reaction. A little.
Man.
That was very Nick Kyrgios-ish.
Yeah, good call.
Ball. Ball.
40-30.
To a tiebreak we go. And
6 games
it
all.
won't take long for the word to
Second set
filter into the
tiebreak.
grandstand there. You see it right there.
Each player receives one additional challenge.
They might have been able to hear a roar from Ash Stadium. Naomi Osaka has just defeated Coco Gauff, which matters here because Osaka plays this winner in the quarters.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone from Osaka's team is rushing over to get a little bit of this match, do some scouting. Incredible defense there by Kostyuk. Right at the 2-hour mark. Ted, you did say it was going to be 3 hours before we started, so brace yourself. A little bit.
Therefore, know who I'm predicting to win this tiebreak by default, not by preference.
Thank you.
That's going to be the 9th backhand winner for Marta Kostyuk
2-0.
in this set.
Kostyuk.
She's definitely much more aggressive from the backhand wing, but that shot was just a little bit too short from Muhova. It's just not going to be enough against Kostyuk. A little bit of a cop out on that drop shot, Ted.
Yeah. Kostyuk's getting it on her serve, Aryna, but this is still amazing. You see the net point numbers, terrific. Her serve numbers, terrible. Terrible. And she has a shot to get this to the 3rd set.
Absolutely. I think that speaks volumes as to what you said earlier about it being
4-0.
such a field sport
Kostyuk.
and how numbers don't always mean everything. That's what happens in the match. Different nuances, different momentum shifts. I feel like that first point was actually equivalent to 10 points because of just how incredible defense from Kostyuk. And it's just been one-way traffic since that point.
5-0. Kostyuk.
I didn't see this tiebreak coming. Not like this. 6-0?
That first point, I felt as though Muhova thought she might have won that point. That redirect that she hit with that forehand. I just think that she thought that she should have won that point, and it's just been kind of a downhill battle after that.
Muhova's error counts creeping up. Kostyuk has more than twice the winners. Shutout 0 in the tiebreak.
Love 15.
So 4th match at this Open for Muhova, 3rd set in all 4. And the 3rd in 4 matches for Kostyuk.
Love 38.
It's kind of like the perfect start here for Marta Kostyuk. Sometimes you see that dip happen after winning a set. You just see just a slight dip because you almost feel comfortable. But in this position, it's the 3rd set. I don't think anyone's comfortable right now.
$15.38.
I don't know if you noticed that, Ted, but on that serve and volley, just it looked almost uncomfortable for Muhova to be hitting that volley. It just looked painful, to be fair.
Are we at the point where we ask the question, can Kostyuk, does she notice that?
I think that her and her coach Sandra had quite an extensive conversation while Muhova was in the restroom, and so I'm sure she mentioned attack the movement.
They were having fun with each other too, I'll tell you that.
Yes, they were smiling.
They were doing a lot of like storytelling and laughing during the absence of Muhova.
Sandra doesn't give too much away. Like Marta Kostyuk, she's not afraid to show what she's feeling.
Ball.
I think
7-0 in the tiebreak, you think, I have her.
Yep, absolutely. And something interesting too, she lost the second set of all the matches she's played here. She lost the second set against Venus Williams, against Kostyuk, and against Noskova, fellow Czech. Some good conversation she's having in the bathroom to herself.
Ball.
Yeah. Muhova's career mark here at the Open, 7-2 in third sets, and that would go hand in hand with the fact she's been in the semis the last 2 years. And the winner of this set will be in the quarters to face Osaka.
Ball.
That one's going to hurt. That's incredible defending there by Muhova.
15-30.
Just look at this recognition right here. To get up there, make a play, just get your opponent to hit one extra ball. Just high enough to force the error. Triple break point right here. Excuse me, that was 15-30.
Yeah, forced error number, you saw that. And again, that needs to be married with the winners. Kostyuk has 35 winners. Muhova 16.
Ball.
That's just not going to be enough against Kostyuk. She's reading that drop shot from Muhova's racket
40,
very
30.
efficiently. Just feel as though Muhova's getting too much height off that. It gives it away and just gives a lot of time for Kostyuk to get up there, get in position, choose her target.
Let her serve. Game, Kostyuk. One game all, final set.
A lot of aces. 5 now for Kostyuk, 1 for Muhova. You can tell the Osaka golf match is over.
A lot of people there for that match. Osaka in her previous match asked, I hope someone's out there cheering for me. I know it's hard to play an American out here, but I hope I get a few cheers coming my way. Naomi Osaka mentioned that Coco Gauff is like a little sister to her.
It's interesting given that Naomi Osaka grew up in the United States. Her entire tennis life has been in the United States.
Out. 15 left.
I'd be interested to see how many shanks.
30 left.
But what I mean by shanks is that ball that we just saw there from Kostyuk's forehand. That's 2 in a row. I'd love to see how many she has compared to the top 100 players, because she hits them quite a lot. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact she just takes her eye off the ball for a split second. That's all it is.
left.
There's Priscilla Hahn, also a WTA player, top 50 player, also had a wonderful US Open run here.
Muhova looked pretty good there. Good service game. First serves in.
And Muhova leads.
We'll see if Kostyuk can serve a little bit better. She was 3 of 6 first serves in her last service game. I don't know how long she can keep flirting with
15 love.
Trying to hold serve without her first.
Also applies just so much pressure on that second serve.
15 all.
She's only 50% for the match when she hits a second serve. And so almost feel as though you have to just take a little bit off, maybe just find that rhythm, go for a couple of kick serves. I haven't seen a lot of those, especially on that deuce side, just to find that. A lot of times it's the routine and that rhythm on the serve. It can be off by just a little bit, can really alter things.
Silence your phones, please. Thank you.
With a good first serve in.
30-40.
Just felt as though she didn't really split step and reset before coming forward. She kind of just ran through that backhand.
Those errors are starting to take a toll. Back at her feet. And the real gluing
3-1.
starting for Kostyuk.
Final set.
Starting to really see that frustration come from Marta Kostyuk. That's got to be the toughest balance as a coach. Just want to support your player, but sometimes the emotions kind of get the best out of them. But once again, credit to Karolina Muchova, just taking care of what she can control, just staying very steady throughout this match.
Love 15. Let's first serve.
Well, those errors are going to be the telling point if Kostyuk can't stop it now. That's 9 already in this set.
Starting to see that wind pick up just a little bit, Ted. You can see from Muhova's shirt there. That can play a little bit part in just the ball toss. This is where high percentage really comes into play this late in the match. It can be sometimes a little bit tough with the win to
30 to
return if
15.
there's a lot of spin there.
That's significant because Kostyuk's not hitting the winners to counteract the misses.
A little bit better drop shot there by Muhova, and I love the fact that she was ready to come
40-15.
forward. She just made it good enough to where Kostyuk, even if she had her hand on it, it would have come up for her to be able to put that next shot away.
Muchova doesn't look like a player that had 2 treatments on her back in the second set. Now, tennis, and after the attraction of Osaka and Goff was over, they've flooded their way here to the grandstand. Where Marta Kostyuk finished the second set with all the momentum.
Love 15.
Including a 7-0 tiebreak. Muhova seemed to have her movement limited, and the third set has shown that we know nothing.
Last 15 points, look at that. Muhova has won 12 of them, so that momentum has just completely gone the opposite direction.
$15
Kostyuk trying to reach her second major quarterfinal. Muhova, if she wins this, it will be her 7th.
This is what I think Marta Kostyuk has to do right now.
30
Is just
15.
really press the issue and keep applying that pressure with her movement coming forward. Doesn't have to hit the winner off the approach shot. Just has to put Muhova in a pressure situation when she's coming forward.
Ball.
$40-15.
That's first good game really she's played in this third set.
Muhova leads 4-2. Final set.
Kostyuk can dig in here.
Much more decisive. Utilize her serve very effectively there. That last serve was 106 miles an hour. Not her fastest at 109. I'd love to see that she's still getting speed this late in the match.
Well, she's getting first serves in.
Yes.
A big difference from set 2. And we've seen with Muhova.
Love 15.
Closing is not usually a straight line practice for her.
interesting to see now Kostyuk giving fist pumps to her coach when that 3-1 game at one point. It was almost a little bit, almost disrespectful, to be fair, Ted. You saw her just be gesturing with her hands. There were a couple things that, I'm not a professional lip reader, but they weren't necessarily the nicest things that you could say to a coach. That's probably the hardest part about being a coach. You have to understand that when you are on the court, there's different emotions that come out, different ways that your player does get that out. But love to see their Muhova team just trying to cheer her on. This is a very important game. Coming forward, it wasn't a great transitional shot, Ted, but
15-40.
When you go deep middle, it doesn't really allow for you to come up with an angle, and you saw there with that miss, very wide miss at that.
First chance of the final set for Kostyuk. She had one break in the second set.
She'll take that.
Yes.
That was dirty. That was dirty.
That's 3 dirties
take it.
from Aryna in this match.
But this is what I love to see. Just make your opponent play. Just go for it. That's incredible effort there.
And someone whose mobility's hurting, you can't do that.
Let first serve.
Placement there. I love to see the body serve. Down break point. That's a very high percentage target. I'm seeing these game durations just getting upwards of 5 minutes typically with Muhova.
Yeah, she's very deliberate in her serve.
Yeah.
Kostyk's aggression is showing on the second serve return.
Muhova has definitely been targeting the forehand on the serve just due to how powerful her backhand is. Kostyk's got one of the cleanest backhands out there. It's technically so sound.
Well, when they go back to that side, Kostyuk better be ready for the atom ball. No. It's 2 in a row.
That's 2. And to the backhand as well. That's her strong suit. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes T, flat, big here.
For those who may not be listening, Aryna Falcone's been spot on. Okay, Nostra Falcone, tell me where. Is she going to go 3 straight ad court in the body?
I wouldn't be surprised, but let me see. Let me give you a feel here. I think she's going to go slide or tee. Can't get them all right, Ted. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes slide or tee on the second, though. Nope. Felt as though she kind of rushed that one coming forward. Just ran through it, didn't have the split step. You need that split step, even if the ball's coming fast, to just get that reset.
Let's for serve. Advantage Muhova.
Just felt as though she didn't finish that stroke, Ted. She was already focusing on the shot after that. When it's so important, you have to just focus on the shot that you are hitting. Second serve return misses. Those are my pet peeves.
Game Muhova.
Back-to-back points. So Kostyuk,
15 love.
Clear play here is holding 46 seconds, and let's see if Muhova can finish.
That's incredible hitting there by Kostyuk.
30 love.
Just got this great ability on that forehand to move the ball around. Look at this, just the back of the line there. Just enough.
$40 love.
All right, line to line. Amazingly, Kostyuk is serving 75% now in this set after a miserable second set. But the results are different.
Game Kostyuk.
The margins aren't thin. Kostyuk's only broken
Muhova leads
once in the
5
match.
games to 3.
Muhova has broken 3 times, once in each set.
At this moment right now, Marta Kostyuk has won 101 points, and Karolina Muchova has won 101 points.
But as we know, not all points are equal. And the break,
Absolutely.
the break points
Yep.
are the very slim margins in this match.
Kostyuk only 1 for 10, 0 for 3 this set alone.
Fifteen love.
I'm just so impressed right now with Karolina Muchova's composure.
30 love.
Completely unfazed. 5-3 in the third set. An opportunity here to get to another quarterfinal. Very impressive.
And the errors that
40 love.
Kostyuk in the first half of this set have now given Muhova triple match point.
I'd like to see that Kostyuk really elongated this rally here. Didn't go for too much. Just great redirect. Strong legs on that backhand.
Nothing changes here. Nothing changes. All you. All you.
Third straight year to reach at least the quarters at the U.S. Open.
That's incredible job there by the 11th seed. Two-time semifinalist coming in. Once again, I'm just so impressed with the way